Creativity, the Arts, and Transformative Learning by Patricia Guocho, and I am Lourdes A. Orozco. The abstract. The arts provide educators and researchers with opportunities to work with adult learners to support creative and transformative learning opportunities. This chapter examines how the arts may foster creativity and help adult learners develop the capacities to live and work in contexts characterized by fluidity, uncertainty, and change. It challenges a neurological perspective that reduces the notion of creativity to the more technical rational definition of innovation for the purpose of profit. It also explores how these frameworks help us to understand the need to broaden our perspectives of teaching others to promote the creativity. This examines various examples on how the arts, including fiction writing, may be used to develop creativity in adult education and lifelong learning context. The learning in the time of change. In the last century, there have been exponential changes and the evolution of new technologies, as well as massive shifts in migration across the globe. In a society, Ben argues that there are multiple challenges posed by the effects of globalization and rapidly evolving world, social and political contexts. The increased speed and ease of international communication has altered academic workplaces dramatically. Over the century, exponential changes in technologies and migration across the globe, Beck argues that there are multiple challenges posed by effects of globalization and rapidly evolving work, social, and political contexts. The increased speed and ease of international communications has altered academic workplaces dramatically, according to Rostan and Serabolo. The critical perspective. The purpose of innovation is ultimately centered on obtaining economic advantages for both the individual and the global society. When a technical rational perspective dominates policies and programs impacting on adult and higher education, creativity is valued in connection to learning only when it is believed that it will generate financial profit. Under the guise of accountability, this requires a way to measure and assess learning to demonstrate that desired outcomes will be attained. Technical rational approaches to creativity emphasize innovation, leading to market orientation goals rather than following a broader humanistic or emancipatory agenda or attending to creativity in connection to an appreciation for aesthetics, cultural expressions, or social participations. Argues that the communicative theory of action is critical of the reality of developed societies in so much as the cumulative full use of the learning potential culturally available to them, but they deliver themselves over to an uncontrolled growth of complexity. The learning, creativity, and the purpose of fostering creativity in adult learning context is to engage learners in thinking more critically and deeply about the world around them, and for individuals to gain greater insight into their own learning processes. Eisner talks about how through the arts we can challenge our preconceptions of meaning and through imagination and vision alternatives to current realities. He also explains that concepts are distilled image in any sensory form or combination of forms that are used to represent the particulars of experiences. There are three integral components to creativity. First one is the novel, the ideas or approaches. The second one, that are effective or task appropriate. And the rule number 3, rule by which deeming these components are aesthetically or organically well developed. The transformative learning. The idea of transformative learning, as outlined by measuring, involves a series of stages whereby an individual shifts his or her perspective to arrive at a new and deeper level of understanding. According to transformative learning theory, this critical questioning of the validity of one's premises usually happens when an event or series of events create a disorienting dilemma, as was the case of the women learners who engage in consciousness raising by sharing their experiences with one another, and who then gradually came to the realization that many of their assumptions regarding gender roles were problematic. Measuring involves a series of stages whereby an individual shifts her perspective to arrive at a new and deeper level of understanding in a way that is similar to her Bama's description on how knowledge is constituted in the life world. The first stage is becoming aware of what is taken for granted premises or meaning claims that constitute one's knowledge or understanding of the world. What is creative learning and fiction writing? Reading and writing fiction may also foster transformative learning opportunities to encourage the development of critically engaged learners. Through fiction, learners can reflect upon their own experiences and the lives of others, entering into a world of imagination and creativity that may encourage deeper forms of learning. Communicative learning opportunities may arise when students engage in debate with one another about writing, authors' intentions, and fictional storylines. And that ends my report about creativity, the arts, and transformative learning. Thank you.